Why are you running away from God? Is it because you think you're too sinful? You sinned too much and now He won't forgive you? Well, let me read you this verse real quick. 1 John chapter 1 verse 9. If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us all from unrighteousness. Okay. Now that you've heard the verse, I want you to answer this question. When God called you, what were you doing? Were you lusting? Doing drugs? Drinking alcohol? Just what were you doing? And now, confess yourself. No. What confess? No. And now, compare yourself. The current you and the you before you met God. Which one was more sinful? The you before you met God or the current you now? And now, think about this. If God can forgive your sinful self, the you before you met God, then what about now? Now that you know God, now that He knows you. Think about that for a second. Before God called, before you even knew about God, before you even started reading the Word, before you even heard about God, God forgave you. He forgave you when you didn't even know about Him. Do you think He won't forgive you now that you know Him? Now that He knows you too. Personally, of course. Of course, He already knew you before Jesus was even born. So, yeah. Okay, that's not all. Let me read another one for you. Matthew 11, verse 28 to 30, my bad. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. So, what does this verse mean? Okay, let me explain to you what a yoke is first, if you don't know about it. A yoke is a wooden beam where you connect two animals together to pull a workload. The match is mostly equal, because if one animal is weaker than the other, then the work will be inefficient. It'll be hard for them to pull. Now, in Jewish culture, when someone tells you to take my yoke upon you and learn from me, it actually means discipleship. It means submission, or to learn from me. Yes, that's what it means. So what Jesus is saying here is, submit yourself to me and learn from me, and I will give you rest. So, when He says, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light, it doesn't mean that everything will be easy for you and that there's no more hardship for you. No. It's not. No, it's actually quite the opposite. Because you will be hated and persecuted by the world if you decide to follow Christ. And that is true because the enemy rules this world, and he will attack you and try to remove your faith from God, try to break your faith, and so on. So why does it say my burden is light? Because if you're yoked with him, if you're yoked with Jesus, it's quite the unfair match, if you ask me. Because we are too sinful. So sinful, in fact, that our good works are considered dirty rags for God. For God, yeah. In God's sight, our works are dirty rags. Yet He still accepts it because, well, He's a merciful, loving, and just God. So, yeah. So what does it mean? Jesus is the stronger animal, of course. So that means He's the one that's going to carry most of the weight. He's going to be the one that guides you. That guides you to the right path and carries most of your heavy burdens. God is waiting for you, my friend. And He is waiting. He is going to stay there. He is going to keep on sending you messages to come back to Him until the day you die. So, please, go back to Him, my friend. Come back.